working? Can you hear us? Yes, okay. Now, well, it's a great pleasure for me to introduce, a pleasure and honor and privilege, of course, to introduce one of my personal sports heroes of all time, Norm Maxwell. Actually, yes, actually he is. Okay, good. And, well, we're going to get to know him now, right? And I've prepared like a little presentation with some questions for you, so you can answer them. Right, and I'd like you to participate, and the idea is that you ask him questions, okay? So, let's see if this is working, right? So first of all, you like sports, I suppose some of you like sports, and you do sports, don't you? Some of you? Yes? Right, and what are the national sports here in Spain? Football, yes? Okay, good. And what do you think are the national sports in the UK? Football. Football too? Cricket, maybe?
Cricket.
In the USA?
Basketball. Baseball.
And in the USA?
Baseball.
American football?
Baseball, basketball.
Now imagine you want to take a journey to the furthest point on the earth and you're leaving from Vigo, right? Where would you arrive?
New Zealand.
China?
New Zealand.
That's right. You leave somewhere around New Zealand, that's right, you know. Now what do you think are the national sports in New Zealand? Okay, well that's it. You know, this is from Wikipedia, alright? As you can see, sports is very popular in New Zealand, and despite New Zealand being a very small nation, it's enjoyed great success in many sports, notably rugby union, the national sport, rugby league, cricket, America's Cup sailing, netball, motorsports, and many other sports. Okay? Are any of you rugby fans?
Yes.
So we expect you to be rugby fans at the end of the course. That's it, alright. So this is it, you know, this is Norm Maxwell and the New Zealand Vigo connection through rugby, alright? That's it, that's New Zealand. What's Aotearoa?
Aotearoa. Well, that's the name Aotearoa is the. Can everybody hear me?
Yes.
It's the native people's word for New Zealand. So it means, translated in English, is the land of the long white cloud, because they also travelled to New Zealand, and I think it was one of the first things that they saw was we have a long white cloud. So they named it Aotearoa.
And where are you from in New Zealand?
Well, I'm originally from a very small place, a rural area. I have to apologise for my English as well. It's not so good. Yeah.
It's real.
It's true. I'm originally from a very small place, but it's at the tip of the North Island. It's a place called Hokianga, but I'll show you on the next page. That's right. So it's not even named on the thing. So I come from a pretty small place, but I ended up, for me, it's difficult to play rugby in a small place like that. So when I was 20, I was drafted down to Christchurch, which is in the South Island. So I spent the last, since I've been in Spain, about 12 years living in the South Island. So I got the best of both worlds.
That's it, you know. And you played for this team, which is the most legendary team in history of rugby, we can say, the All Blacks. What can you tell us about it?
Yeah. Oh, I think you guys are going to ask some questions later, but I think it's quite a unique team because over the New Zealand have been playing rugby for, I don't know, say 130 years, and it's an English sport. And New Zealand is an English colony, so it was natural for rugby to go there. But it was New Zealand. They picked up the sport really easily. I think it was a mixture of things. Like the people that went to New Zealand were very strong, hard-working farmers. The Europeans, they worked the land really hard and hard-working, and also the Polynesian influence as well. That they naturally have more flair, different physique, very quick and powerful. And I think the mixture of hard working and the skills, I think that makes us good at rugby. But the history of rugby in New Zealand, no other team has beaten New Zealand. And New Zealand has been a dominator of the sport for since the beginning, really. And so this is why there's so much pressure when you're in New Zealand playing for the All Blacks. But there's no other team that's beaten us more than we've beaten them. And so it's a strong history in New Zealand for playing for the All Blacks. I think it's been about 1,100 All Blacks even.
And how did you get interested in rugby?
Well, rugby in New Zealand is similar to football here. It's everywhere, so it's difficult to avoid it. But for me, I think well, it started at primary school. One of the things was that I got a gift of a rugby ball. I don't know where it came from, because my family aren't sporting. They're not really sporting people. But I was naturally movement orientated, and so I found a rugby ball, and maybe if I found a soccer ball it would have been different, but I don't think so. But I found a rugby ball, and I used to play with the rugby ball all the time, and that was how I got interested in playing rugby. But in New Zealand we play it everywhere, so at lunchtime, at primary school, after primary school, and so it's in our blood.
Okay, good. One of the most typical characteristics of this team is that there's a dance before the matches. I suppose that some of you know about this dance. I've got this dance, and I found it in my rugby collection. And the problem is that it's narrated at the beginning in French. It's a match that Norm played in, and you can see Norm dancing this dance at the beginning of the match. But they won the match like 47-9 or something like that. It's in France, in Paris. Okay. And well, I'd like to show that dance to you, because I suppose that you know about it. But this is it. Okay, good. I apologize about the French at the beginning and at the end. You know about it. Okay. Can you see the screen well? Yes. Is it okay? Good. Right. Good. So there you go.
Le haka.
Okay. Let's see if it works now.
Le haka. Conduit par le capitaine Tama. Le haka.
Again.
Le haka. Conduit par le capitaine Tama Umaga. À ma connaissance, c'est la première fois qu'un non-maori conduit ce haka. Tana Umaga et Samoa. Respecté d'ailleurs, et c'est tout à ce moment.
Okay, you've got the lyrics for all this on the other side of your handout. I don't know if you've seen it. Okay, with the lyrics and the translation into English. If you want to watch it again, okay, maybe you'd like to do that again. Again, is that fine? Maybe you want to read or something, all right?